Welcome to episode 100, everybody.
100! 100! God damn!
Hey, everybody who's not here on our Twitch thing. We're fucking doing this shit live.
Anyway, so in celebration of our 100th episode, Erin.
Yes, Stacy.
Phone attention, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What? Oh my god, you had a surprise.
I got Erin a gift.
Oh, you got me a gift? I didn't get you anything.
I know, it's okay, because just you being here is a gift enough.
Oh, my presence is the present.
Oh, God. So, in
Okay.
honor of this beautiful day...
Get on your knees.
Thank you for doing... I will not. This is not the kind of gift you think it's going to be.
Damn.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. It came in a satchel.
It's in a satchel. Oh, it's sincere.
Does it look like the picture?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it looks like it. Oh my god, I'm so
We did
excited.
it like the picture?
Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's a cardboard. Crime, partners in crime.
You're welcome.
Partners in crime.
Partners in crime. We got bracelets. Friendship bracelets. Friendship bracelets. Cause we done 100 episodes. Friendship bracelets. Friendship bracelets.
You know that this is just gonna look like we are into bondage, right?
You're not?
I mean, it's handcuff bracelets, guys. Let me put yours on you.
Thank you.
How?
I'm ready. I will
How?
present myself like a goose.
How? Do the handcuffs come apart? Does this come? Oh,
This is so dumb. We should never let ourselves have cameras because it's just like...
is that the one you're going with?
I guess I feel closer to my right side of my body, so...
Me too.
Okay.
Now you gotta put mine on me.
Okay. All right. How'd you do that? You just rip and tear?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, take
my
the wheel.
God. Well, listen.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Okay, they're little handcuffs and it says partners in crime because we talk about crime and we're partners.
We are partners. Actually, it says freedom on them.
Well, that's different than what I thought I ordered. Freedom!
Thanks, Stace.
You're welcome, Air.
I'm gonna wear it forever.
Yeah, you are. And people are going to be like, are you into bondage? And you'll be like, no, I have a true crime podcast. I'm my best friend. It doesn't even say B-Fry.
It doesn't
Or
say
est-
friends. Est-ends.
But I didn't consider that. I just got super excited because it said partners in crime on the paper. So
Yeah.
save the paper.
On the paper.
That's the part that counts.
to remind you that you're stuck with me for life and to remind me how lucky I am to have a friend like you.
It's like I wrote it myself and it wasn't printed by the company.
The most fantastic and magical things can happen, and it all starts with a wish. I wish. Believe.
Oh, are you just like fucking free advertisement for this company, huh?
Apparently.
Shit, I should have got these for free.
Right? Next time. Okay, Stace.
Yeah.
Give me your goddamn.
Let me give it to you. My 100th goddamn.
What?
I've had 100 shit things happen in life that I needed to say goddamn over.
They were
some
good
of them
things.
were good.
Yeah, some of them.
But 100 times.
Yeah.
I had to say goddamn.
I said goddamn.
Okay, so this week, Lee and I have pulled the fucking trigger. It made it official.
Oh my god, are you guys getting married?
We already are. I thought we were going to yell.
Are you guys having kids?
I know. That's what I thought you were going to say. No. I'm done.
Are you pregnant?
No.
Okay.
It's a special kind of baby. So
What?
nothing. It's really.
Did you guys buy a car? Are you getting a dog?
But
Do
you're
you
getting
have a cat?
Lee's allergic. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Lee and I have decided that we're going to go on a road trip with the family.
Oh my
Hold
god.
the fucking phone.
Oh,
For the record.
my god.
My dad bought an RV, and it's like a brand new RV.
Yeah.
And then
I saw that brick sitting out there.
Yeah, he had the audacity to die
Fucking asshole.
and not use it. So now I get to use it.
Yeah, you do.
And so I'm going to take the whole family on a road trip around Labor Day, and we're going to just travel across country. I'm not even shitting you.
Are you kidding me
I'm
right
not
now?
shitting you right now. We're going to travel across country to Minnesota to visit Lee's family. And I have...
That's the longest drive in history.
I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and the furthest that any of them have ever, like if you were to compile them all together, my 3-year-old one time when he was like 2.5 went on an 1.5-hour drive maybe, and he threw up. So that's like the furthest I've ever driven these kids.
Oh my god.
And I'm about to strap them into an RV and drive for 3 days to Minnesota. And then
Oh
3
my
days
God.
back from Minnesota.
Oh my god.
And like, they require car seats. Like you can't,
You can't just let them roam in the back.
they don't know how to walk around.
You're
They don't
a
have their
little baby.
sea legs yet. Yeah, they can't walk around in a moving vehicle. So
That's going to be a goddamn disaster.
and here's the thing. I was thinking about how you flew to fucking somewhere, Cape Cod one time.
Yeah.
And you had your oldest, which was your only baby at the time.
It was like a year.
And I was like, you're fucking nuts. Like,
Yeah.
I one time flew to Hawaii with a year-old, and that was hard because that was like 5 hours or whatever, however fucking long it is.
Yeah.
And I thought you were crazy. I'm about to be even crazier.
Yeah, that's
A lot.
I don't know. I don't know if I would do that
So
shit.
after Labor Day, you guys will hear a new goddamn, and it'll be like, I fucking took my kids on a fucking road trip.
It was a bad idea.
Oh my God, I can only imagine how this is going to turn out.
Oh
So
my
if
God.
anybody has any hot tips, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Ready and willing to hear all about it.
I took my oldest one on, well, I've taken him on quite a few road trips out to Arizona, but that's only like a 5.5, 6 hour drive.
That's pretty long though. Like they have to be strapped in that whole
Yeah.
time. What do you do to entertain them?
He slept. He slept the
your
entire time.
Your kids are beautiful. Mine are gonna like play Under the Bridge again, and we're gonna be listening to Red Hot Chili Peppers the whole way, which isn't bad
No.
because I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. But every time he's like, "Mom, when it gets to the girl part, you sing the girl part," and I'm like, "Bitch, I can sing whatever part I want." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Mm." And then every time he gets to Under the Bridge, I have to go Under the Bridge on
Oh, God.
and he gets so pumped and he points to the sky like she's crushing it.
Oh, my God.
That will be my whole fucking 3 days of trip.
Oh, that sounds like
Play
that
Under the
sounds
Bridge
awful.
again.
You should just give him an iPad.
Oh, I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him an iPad and throw Cheerios at him.
Just be a straight bad
all
mom.
day long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
We're strapped in an RV. What we're gonna do?
MG.
We're gonna stop at Mount Rushmore because I've never been there. This is a trip I haven't taken because you and I drove like across
South.
the bottom.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna go across the top, and then we're gonna come back through Colorado and everything. So I think we're gonna stop at Mount Rushmore, which I don't think anything is open. So I don't know what we're gonna actually go see.
It's a mountain. Can't you just be like, there it is?
Sainted. Everybody says it's much smaller than you think it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I still want to see it, and I've never seen it. And here's the goddamn sweetest thing ever: is it's the one place my dad wanted to go because he's never been. And we would always say it like one of our top things to go see is Mount Rushmore, just because I've been on. My dad was the one who took us on all these fucking road trips. And
Did your dad just fucking possess you?
Yeah, and I was like, we are going on a road trip because I would never suggest this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, wait till they're 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this weird, like, I must honor his memory.
Oh
and
my
it just
God.
sounds fun.
This is like a youth or a teen like movie or fucking book that just came out. Like now I have to go honor my dad's memory and drive across country.
Right? Either that or it's like my midlife crisis. And I'm like,
Find
fuck it,
myself.
strap them in, let's go. I need a vacation. I'm going to drive till I'm happy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's going to be a while.
So do you want to come with? Why don't you rent an RV?
Are you kidding me? I would love to.
Or you can ride in ours. It's just really small because I'm going to kill my own family. So, there's that.
Yeah, so I don't want you to murder mine too. And also, how are we both going to hide all of the bodies of our family?
We have so many friends to help us. They're like, bitch, we ain't that close.
No kidding. Oh my God. I would love to go, but I'm waiting until my kids are a little bit older.
All right, well, listen, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the test run.
Okay, good.
And then I'll probably come back and be like, don't do it. That was dumb. But I'll have made memories, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the meantime, while the kids are young, we'll just use the RV to go out to Bombay Beach, Salt and Sea,
God,
whatever.
yes.
Yeah. And then we'll also use it to go like wine tasting in Temecula. I don't know, just think of like close local things that we can like ditch being a mom for a day for, and we'll go do that.
Later.
Later, Gator. All right, Erin, give me your goddamn. Now that
well-
we've talked about road trips and shit.
My goddamn
Yeah.
is that my child, who is fucking obsessed with roly-polies, per usual, like a lot of kids are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we were all sitting outside on my driveway, and it was a good time, and we were listening to music. It was my husband and me, and the baby was in the bouncer, and then he was just playing all over there, and then he found a roly-poly, and he was like, Mom, roly-poly! And I was like, fucking crushing it, kid. Like, you got this, right?
Don't really crush it, though.
Don't really crush it, though. Like, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
And so he was playing with it, and he kept, like, picking it up and, like, making it roll up, and he was, like, holding it in his hand and stuff, and then he kept putting it down, and then he found the hammer that he had left out.
I knew this was coming. I knew you bred a serial killer. You don't even have to finish your goddamn. He's a fucking serial killer, isn't he? He found a hammer and he was like, wham.
And then he started smashing it on the ground.
What the fuck?
And I was like, did you just kill the roly-poly? And he goes, he's dead. And I was like,
Oh my God,
oh my
Erin.
God. I was like, you can't do that. Like, don't do that. And he goes, why? And I was like, because it's not nice. Like, you can't kill roly-polies. And then he had the hammer in his hand.
Oh, God.
And he was going, why? And he was rubbing it on his cheek.
Psycho.
Like he was fucking wearing the blood of his enemies.
He's like, you tell those other roly-polies.
Oh, my God.
What happened here?
I was
Let it be a warning.
I was shocked. I was just sitting there like, what do? I don't know what to do. And Brandon was like, no.
Oh, my God. Trust me, I've been there before, though.
Oh, my God. He rubbed the fucking blood of his enemies on his cheeks. Like,
Yeah, that's
this is
my
my
more than I've been through.
Yeah. And listen,
Were you just like, no, we just don't do that? And was he like, okay? Or was he just like, why?
it was just like, why?
Why,
and he was
Mommy,
doing that. And I was
why?
like, Kate, don't put it on your face. Like,
God.
please don't do this.
I knew you fucking were making a serial killer over there. I knew it.
That's why he's
called
so
it.
calm. Everyone's like, your child's so calm.
He's so sweet.
He just watches everything.
Well, and then he just lines shit up in order. He organizes everything, and then he's just like, die.
He
and you're
is,
like,
he does
and you're
that.
over here like, it's so cute. And I'm like, I mean, like, it's borderline serial killer.
I mean, like, Darcy goes, does he have OCD? And I was like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't
Shit.
gotten him diagnosed.
Like your 3-year-old, he's just like, oh, fucking, I don't know, naming off everything, like all the beers, and you're like, well, he must have OCD.
He just, I don't know. He just knows categories.
He's really good at his categories.
I've looked up before, like he's just on the floor playing with all of his toys, and then I look up, and then they're all lined up facing you, like
I
just
think you've
across.
told the story on the
Probably,
Yeah.
just fucking everywhere. But he does it all the time.
I know, he organizes my son's toys. Like, he'll be like, where's Marshall? Because I have all of the Paw Patrol people except for Marshall, and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. Do we have it? I don't know. And he's like, shows an empty car without the Marshall, and I'm like, I guess we have that.
He's like, yeah, it should be in here, but it's not.
He would have a heart attack if he ever painted with my child.
Oh my god,
You saw.
yeah.
Because you were here today and you opened up the watercolors. I bought my son some watercolors, and they're just all black.
They're all
of them
black.
are black.
They're all black.
And then he goes, how come I can't get a color? It's like,
Because we need to wash them off, honey.
I know, and I wiped them off twice, and then I said, fuck it, you have all black. That's your problem. I don't know, figure it out. Or
You
just
do it.
paint with black.
Oh my god.
He's an expressionist.
Yes, it's beautiful. Listen.
But to make you feel better, I think every mom has that moment where they're like, I'm pretty sure I bred a serial killer. Like, I have looked into my sweet children's eyes, both of them, and I've had a moment of doubt, you know?
What have I done?
I don't think this is the right thing to do.
What did I do to the world?
So, you know, it's only fitting.
Oh, yeah.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
are you ready for me to tell you about some murder?
Yes.
I guess so. For our 100th episode.
If you feel like telling me a story, I'll listen.
I mean, otherwise we can just chit-chat.
It better be the best goddamn story I've ever heard for 100.
What if it's not?
It's okay, I'll forgive you, because every time you tell the story, I'm like, goddamn, that blew my fucking mind! And then
mean-
every week.
It's pretty fucked up.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so this one takes place in 1982 in Australia.
Okie doke artichoke.
Okay. We're going to start with Robin. Robin Reed was born in 1948 in Hampshire, England. Robin will henceforth be known as Bob.
Okay. I'm for it, I'm here for it, and we'll experience it and carry it on forward.
Okay.
Moving forward.
Good.
That was very, like, you know, like I should smoke pot for what I just said.
I like it.
Bob.
Bob. Okay, Robin, Bob.
Yeah.
It's not a stretch. His family moved to Queensland, Australia in 1961 when Bob was about 13 years old.
Okay, big move.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, he became a Satanist
Natural progression.
because he was 13, and so he's probably like, fuck yeah.
You were a Satanist at 13.
I was not. I was not a religionist.
It was just a phase.
It was a phase, Mom. Okay, so he's a Satanist, right? And he started to get really into knives and bows and arrows.
As one does.
Yeah, because, you know, you're like, well,
Let's check out these murdering weapons.
you're 13.
Murder.
So naturally, he joined the Australian Army in 1972
Yeah.
when he was 24-ish years old.
Okay. And he was like, check it out. I know how to use a bow and some knives.
Yeah, he was like, check this shit out. I already got all the weapons. I don't need your weapons, right?
Right?
And
Get your guns out of here.
yeah, I'm way more proficient with the melee weapons.
He was like Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Exactly.
All right, got it.
Yeah. And so because of his obsessions with like Satanism and knives and shit, he earned the nickname Head Job Bob.
Oh.
Like, that
that
guy's-
doesn't go with my song.
Guy's a little fucked up.
Yeah, head job Bob. Bob. Bob Baran.
Well,
All right.
while in the army,
Yeah.
he met another guy.
Did
named-
he?
Oh, he did.
Was he like, my name is Satan?
No, he was like, my name is Paul Luckman.
Oh, Paul is not a Satanist name.
No,
You gotta come up with something cool, like
Paul is
Satan.
actually a religious name, isn't it?
Yeah, straight from the Bible.
Yeah.
Corinthians 1:13.
I think it's from that one. Sounds right. Okay, so
Okay.
Paul was a 17-year-old boy in the military, obviously, because he met him in the
Duh.
fucking military,
Gotcha, with ya.
who was also into Satanism and weapons.
Fucking Paul, man.
So the two hit it off, and they realized...
They were like, do you have weapons? I have weapons. What's your favorite bow? Knife? Oh.
check this shit out. I have a Bowie knife, because it's Australian. I think that's where that's from. Maybe? Ah.
I didn't even know that's a thing. Is it like a bow and arrow with a knife on the end?
No, it's a Bowie knife. It's just a bigger knife.
Oh, and then they boomerang it? How many more people can I offend?
Probably. Yeah, that's probably what they do with it.
Watch out! Got my Bowie knife out. Hope he knows how to throw that
I
thing.
think it's just a big knife. It's kind of curved
like
at the
a
end.
machete?
Not quite like a machete, like that big.
Oh, okay. So like Crocodile Dundee? That's a
Yeah.
buck knife. I feel like Crocodile Dundee is a buck knife.
I have a computer in front of me. I could look up Bowie knife.
That'd be too much work.
I'm
we'll
not
just
gonna.
go with wildly speculating.
Yeah, it's a big knife. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
They use it maybe in hunting.
I would like to pretend that they have a bow and arrow with a knife.
It shoots knives. It's a bow and arrow that shoots knives.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, so that's what he is. He's like, I'm into bow and arrow knives.
And they were like, fuck yeah, let's be best friends.
Yeah, and so he's into Satanism and weapons and stuff, and they were like, fuck yeah, show me your collection, I'll show you mine.
Paul
right?
and Bob. In it to win it.
Yeah. So the two hit it off, and they realized that they had some other interests in common.
Ooh, let me guess. Killing cats.
No,
Jerking off while tied naked to trees.
probably.
That was one of them, right? I'm pretty sure that's one of your guys. They did that,
Yeah, it
for
was.
sure. I didn't just make that up.
She's not just kink shaming.
This specific kink I'm not okay with.
I mean, do you? Just don't kill people when you do it, right? Well,
Or like agree to get consent.
yeah,
you know?
get consent before you eat another guy's dick.
Right?
So, some of their fucking things in common were fantasies about sexual torture,
Okay, not surprised.
and they were both closeted homosexuals.
Still not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, they were both like, yeah, I'm into that, but, like, don't tell anyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so on May 4th, 1982, they were out driving, and they came across two boys,
Uh-oh.
Peter Aston and Terry Ryan.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay?
Why do yours always involve, little kids?
Because it's the 100th episode, and I'm here to offend. So, Peter and Terry were 13 years old. So, Peter was the new kid at school, and he was really tall and had thick glasses. So,
Aww.
he got made
So
fun
he
of a lot.
was like us as kids.
Yeah,
He
for
wasn't
sure.
hot.
No, he wasn't hot at all. He wasn't cute, and he got made fun of. And so,
But
Terry...
then he got bit by a radioactive spider.
No.
Peter?
No, but he did find the Stacy to his Aaron.
Aw.
He found the Terry to his Peter.
That's what I always say.
And so Terry and Peter became really good friends, and they spent more time skipping school and shoplifting than they did in actual school. Right?
Sounds like us.
Yeah.
Minus the shoplifting.
Yeah, we didn't really shoplift.
No.
Ever.
Because we didn't go shopping. But I'd be like, I'll buy you a Slurpee.
Do you want to leave class?
I have a car. Do you want to get in my car? I'll buy you a Slurpee. And then we would just drive around with our Slurpee. Like, now what?
Unsurprisingly, the
Yeah.
two had skipped school that day. Mm-hmm. They met up at 8:30 a.m. at a lake, and they played on the Tarzan swings.
That sounds amazing. Way better than class.
Way better than class. I don't know what it is. I assume it's some fucking vines that go off into the fucking river. I don't know.
And then you go, oh, as you dive across it.
Yeah, exactly
Or,
like that.
swing. You don't
Yeah.
dive. You know what I meant. Fucking
I know
words.
what you mean. Then at 10:30 a.m., they went to the Kingston railway station and they took a train to Brisbane.
Yes. Old Brisbane.
Old Brisbane. And then they went to a department store and they each got shoes, jeans, and a shirt.
Okay.
I don't know if
They're
they
like-
stole them or if they were like, let's
Oh.
just get fucking outfits,
You
right?
did say shoplifting.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're like, fucking Friday's Wednesday. I forgot to buy a polo that matches.
Fuck, we better go get our matching shit
Gotta
today.
get our outfits.
Could have been.
Yeah.
So they did that, and then they got on a train to Woodridge, And in Woodridge, Peter went into a Kmart and he got a carton of cigarettes.
Okay.
Okay? So
Carton of cigarettes, that's pretty expensive. A
also,
lot of
he's
cigarettes.
13. Everyone in Australia was just like, this is fine.
Well, I mean, like in the 80s, all the kids were smoking.
Yeah, but I thought you had to steal it. My dad told me he always had to steal it.
Oh, I just assumed they were stealing still in my head. I didn't think he, like, went in and made an honest purchase.
Maybe, but I thought they kept the cartons of cigarettes behind the counter. At least they did in the 90s.
Yeah. Try 10 years earlier when they had to figure out to put them behind the counter.
That's probably fair.
I didn't really know for sure, though.
Maybe. I don't know.
My grandpa always kept them in the freezer.
That's weird.
Maybe they were just in the freezer.
Do they keep better?
I guess. Shit, I don't know. I don't smoke.
I think your grandpa just liked cold nicotine.
He was like, I don't want fucking menthols. But I want it to be cold.
Okay, so Peter's got his fucking carton of cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
So then they took another train to Beanley. No idea if I'm saying that right.
Where they got a lot of beans.
Well, they went to a Kohl's.
We have one of those.
We have those.
But they're like, I got a polo, now I need a scarf.
No, they needed jackets.
Oh, okay, close.
And so they got jackets.
Okay.
And then
where are they going with all these clothes?
Fucking out.
Away.
They're going hitchhiking.
Okay.
So they go and they walk down to the Gold Coast Highway.
Mm-hmm.
So now their plan was going to be to hitchhike to Melbourne, which, for the record, according to Google Maps, is like 18 hours driving.
That's so far to hitchhike.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, we're just gonna
I don't know
head
how
on down.
hitchhiking works, but 18 hours with anybody in the car sounds like a lot that I'm about to do.
Yeah, you're gonna go with your kids. So just imagine that with a stranger
The humans I love the most.
who might have a knife.
Yeah. Or a bow knife bow.
Or a bow and arrow that shoots knives.
You don't know. You never know what they have back there.
So Peter was going to meet up with his brother in Melbourne, and Terry was just going to go with him as far as the Gold Coast, which was like an hour away.
Okay.
And then he was going to go back home.
Why wasn't he going to go for like the whole thing?
Because he was like, I gotta go home. Like, I'm not trying to go back. So
Okay.
Peter's originally from Melbourne. And so he was
Okay.
like, I'm gonna go home. Fuck this place. Fuck this new town. I'm gonna go live with my brother again or some shit, right?
Got it.
And he's gonna go hitchhike. And Terry was like, totes, I'll go with you, like, part of the way. But also, like, I have a life and I'm gonna go back to it, right?
I'll see you off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm
Okay.
like, I'll make sure that you start off your hitchhiking. Like, maybe Peter didn't know how to hitchhike. And Terry was like, yeah, I got you, bro.
It's like us in crowd surfing.
Literally, yeah.
I was like to the biggest dude, can you throw her up?
Can you make this happen? And he was like, I guess. You're gonna get touched.
A lot.
So I have no idea what world they live in where, like, yeah, let's just fucking hitchhike for 18 hours, right?
Well, the 80s.
That's true, but it was the 80s.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure, kind of like I just said, I'm pretty sure that Peter was running away. Like, he was done with living in
leaving his life.
this new town, right?
Yeah.
So they were out hitchhiking, and they came across a yellow four-wheel drive Daihatsu.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say like Pinto.
No, it's essentially, it looks like a Pinto,
Does
though.
it? Does it explode if you rear-end it?
Probably. It's
Okay.
like a fucking hatchback or
Which
something.
is why we don't have Daihatsus anymore.
Yeah, it looks like a car from, like, a cheap car that you'd get in Australia, which I understand that I've never been to Australia, and I am totally speculating, but also, I've seen movies.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen American movies.
I was like, I can't name one movie that I saw that was like a car in Australia.
I probably can't either.
Yeah, it's hard.
I have no idea. You know, they're going in the Outback. I don't know, man.
Okay.
At any rate, this car was on the side of the road, and they had their hood up. And there was a guy in the passenger seat, and then a guy that was, like, looking under the hood. It was Bob and Paul.
I'm like, yeah, if I can get it.
Okay.
The engine's here.
Yeah.
What next?
What do I do? I think I ran out of gas. Let me
Wiggle a spark
pop
plug.
the hood.
Yeah. It's
So-
like us on the side of the road.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get my toolbox, a.k.a. wallet.
And call AAA.
That's another Mitch Hedberg. Okay, so the boys asked if the guys would take them down the coast, and the guys were like, fuck yeah, hop in. I actually just fixed this problem, right?
Whatever. In their little Pinto?
Yeah,
Their
whatever.
Australian Pinto?
Their Australian Pinto. And so he's like, get in. We got this shit, right?
Uh-huh.
So we'll go right now. And so Peter and Terry get in the car, and Bob was driving. Peter sat in the front passenger seat, and Terry and Paul sat in the back seat.
Okay.
Okay?
There's so many names.
Okay, so Bob is the fucking...
Yep. Bob.
I want to say he's like
Bob
34
Baran.
at this point.
He's like the killer, I'm guessing here.
He is an older gentleman.
Yeah.
And then Peter sat in the front passenger seat, he's 13, and then Terry in the back, he's 13, and then Paul in the back, who's 17.
Not a good... Oh.
Paul and Bob are friends.
Whoa, why are they such good friends?
Because they were
military
roomies in the military.
Oh, wow. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's like double your age.
It is.
And they both were like, I like murdering and boning.
Yeah, and they were like, totes, oh my god, I'm into that.
Okay.
But not too long after they had started driving, Paul got a rifle from under the blanket on the floorboards.
That's where I always keep my rifles.
If I was going to keep a rifle somewhere in my car, it'd be fucking...
You should, like, shuffle your feet whenever you get into, like, a suspicious car.
Yeah, like, do they have any rifles in here?
What's this blanket doing down here?
It's like the Stingray shuffle, but it's for rifles.
Yeah, the rifle shuffle.
Yeah.
God.
And so he pointed it at Terry's head.
Oh, good. Okay, so this is going great.
Yeah, Terry's in the back seat with him, right?
Okay.
So Bob pulled the car over, and then they handcuffed the boys.
Oh, no.
Peter with his hands around the front seat.
Oh, I hate that.
Peter's in the front seat.
So is it like this?
I think it was like this.
That's weird. That's harder.
Like around the headrest, maybe?
That's harder. I
don't-
could also just do this. So I feel like it's this.
It could be that. It could be that. You could be right. I didn't consider that one at all.
Like, this is not making for good audio later.
No, this is all a very visual podcast.
Let me make it so that you'll have good audio.
Okay.
I feel like you could just, if it was like around the back of your head, of the headrest, you could just lift it over your head.
He could have put it through the. He could have put it through the metal.
Oh, he could have. Like the little headrest part.
Yeah.
The little, like, goes up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I'm still thinking that it was like strapped behind his back.
It could have been.
There's no going up. There's no going up once you're strapped behind your back.
And on a seat, you can't go down.
Unless, yeah, that's true. You can't go like whoop-de-doop underneath your booty. Mm-hmm. Unless you're double jointed, which I don't know how that shit works, but I guess you could.
I can't.
No. So we don't know exactly how they were strapped in.
So Peter was hands around the front seat. Somehow he's in the front seat, hands around the front seat. Somehow that he can't get out, right?
I'm guessing behind his back.
That's a good guess. I did not consider that guess, but I appreciate that guess.
Yep.
And Terry was handcuffed with his hands in front of him.
Okay, so Terry's gonna fucking manhandle the shit.
Okay. So Bob told them that they were actually police officers from Miami.
Oh no.
Not
Miami?
Not Florida.
Oh,
not that one.
Hold the fucking phone.
There's somewhere else in Australia called Miami.
You are misplaced.
I don't know which one came first.
Okay.
But they took off again, right? They're like, yo, we're cops. Don't worry about it. That's why we have handcuffs. Let's go, right?
But were they like, but why are you handcuffing me?
I mean, probably, but they were like, because we're police officers.
And I said so.
Yeah, and I'll do what I want.
Abusing that power.
Right? Mm-hmm. So after a while, Peter said that his hands were getting tired.
I don't know why that's funny. It's so fucked up. I should not laugh at that.
Probably because they were, I assumed it was because they were over his head.
I don't understand over the head.
Arms are so tired. But I guess they'd be tired. I don't know, man. He was just like, my arms are tired. And so they were like, fuck, all right, sorry. So they pull over again, and they uncuff him from the seat, and instead they cuff him to a bar on the dashboard.
Where? This is a very convenient car.
Apparently there's a bar on the dashboard.
It's just like fucking built-in handcuffing bar.
Yeah, they're like, maybe it's like a roll bar?
Maybe.
Maybe it's like an oh shit handle, but it's on the front.
Oh, I wasn't even considering
these,
that.
But it's those.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an off-road vehicle, and they're like, let's get it gets bumpy.
I was thinking maybe this fucking special kind of car is like the fucking Crown Victorian of our era, our world.
Victorian?
Like, whatever it's called. Did I just say like Crown Royale?
Yeah, it's the Crown Royale of the United States.
They call a Big Mac?
It's a Crown Royale with cheese.
Oh, God. Isn't it a Crown Victorian? No? Did I just make that up?
It's a Crown Victoria.
Victoria.
Yeah, it's not a Victorian crown.
That's where I went rogue. Did I just say it all mixed up? Fucking shit, man. How many beers have I had?
At least 2 and a neck. Okay.
Okay, but anyway, what I was saying is maybe that's their cop car, so maybe they have built-in bars.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Emmy will confirm that later, and she's gonna be like, no, I did not drive a cop car.
Did you flash the lights at people, or how do you get them to stop?
Oh my God.
So, he fucking handcuffs his shit to the front passenger dashboard area, and they keep driving.
Okay, Peter was like, This is much better.
Yeah, Peter was like, thank you for that. That was very painful
And
back
Paul
there.
had the rifle, right?
Paul had the rifle pointed at Terry's head.
Okay, I'm with
And
you.
Bob was driving.
Okay. Why do they
Bob's
all
your
have,
uncle.
like, fucking the most basic names? Like, you don't have a Jose or a Cuervo or something that I could, like, okay, got it. They're all like fucking Paul, Terry, Bob.
Yeah, they're all the most, like, I don't
Jesus
know,
Christ.
basic white names you could think of.
All right.
Yeah, so
I'm with you.
while they were driving, Bob and Paul started to hit Terry and Peter
That's fucked.
without explanation. They were just like, fuck this guy, right?
Papa Chewy, yeah.
Papa Chewy? Yeah, like that. So then, Bob drove them to Kingscliff, which is a beach town, like an hour from where they were picked up, right?
Ooh.
Paul got out of the car and he went around and he dragged Terry out of the back seat. He had Terry stand with his hands on top of the car and his legs spread, and he searched him for weapons.
Like a cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he put thumb cuffs on him.
Stop. First of all, those aren't real.
They are real.
What do they do?
They cuff your thumbs together.
But isn't he already in regular cuffs?
He's in regular handcuffs,
So now
too.
he's like stuck with his wrists and his thumbs.
So now he's like, oh no.
Like, if he escapes one like fucking Houdini, he's got backups.
Yeah.
Like, he fucking wiggles out of those things with his skinny thumbs.
Yep.
Huh. Wrist still stuck.
Yeah.
This guy's not fucking around.
No, he's
I'll
not.
tell you that much about him right now.
Also,
Yeah.
I learned how to get out of thumb cuffs. Just saying.
Do you just, like, flex when they put them on?
Yes!
That's what you're supposed to do if anybody ever says, like, put your hands together to tie you up. Let me just give away my fucking secrets that I read on Reddit once. You're supposed to do it like this. So then when they tie you up, then you could do this and, like, shimmy out of them. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows that fucking secret if you're doing any tie-ups. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Okay, so they put thumb cuffs on this motherfucker, right?
Yeah. Wow. That is fucking doubling down on some shit.
Yeah, they were like, you are not going anywhere.
You have been held captive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then Bob dragged Peter out of the car, and he threw him on the ground, and then the men dragged the boys further down, like a secluded path.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. They made the boys lay on the ground with their legs spread and their arms outstretched above their heads.
Oh, no.
And then they undressed Peter,
I don't like this stuff.
who was fighting the whole time.
Good. Go, Peter.
But he was 13, and the guys
And he
were...
had thumb cuffs. Thumb. Thumb.
He had thumb cuffs. Yes, he had thumb cuffs.
Yeah, that's hard. You can't.
And handcuffs.
Yeah, that's too many cuffs.
So he was pretty much not doing great.
He was incapacitated.
Yeah, and they're fucking men, so they're a little bit stronger than a 13-year-old boy.
I don't like this.
Yeah. So then Bob and Paul made Terry lie on his stomach with his hands cuffed behind his back as opposed to in front of him, because they were in front of him in the back seat back there. But now they were like, fucking switch that shit up,
this
right?
This is a lot of movement. Like, okay, did they unbuckle him and then, like, reconnect him? You know what I mean? Lock him in?
Yeah.
Okay. They weren't, like, fucking double dutch this shit and, like, jump into it.
They could have, I guess, but probably not.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they started to beat Peter with the rifle.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right. And he no longer has clothing.
Peter is undressed at this point.
Okay.
With handcuffs and thumb cuffs.
Okay. I hate that you keep saying thumb cuffs and then I keep laughing. Okay.
Well, you know.
It's very unfortunate. I will be so pissed if I ever die with thumb cuffs on.
Right?
Why'd you say it like that?
Because that's the one thing that she hates everybody. I'm just taking notes.
Oh, God.
Okay. They hit him so hard with the butt of the rifle in the jaw
Not good.
that the rifle broke.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's fucking aggressive. They then let him rest for a little bit. Like,
He's had enough.
he's had some shit happen, right?
Jesus.
Like, give him a minute.
Yeah.
And then they took out some knives.
Oh, God. Okay.
And they had about 5 knives between the two of them. And then they started stabbing Peter.
Ah!
Peter was screaming, obviously.
Yeah.
And so they took his shirt, they ripped it, and they shoved it in his mouth.
What? Okay. I know why.
Yeah. So then Bob pulled out a leather punch.
I don't even know what that is. That like, okay, let me guess before you tell me.
Okay.
It's like brass knuckles, but leather.
No.
And then, okay.
It is essentially a hole punch, but for leather.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We're redlining.
Oh, we're redlining. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
And he gave it to Paul.
Oh, God. Okay.
And Paul punched holes in
Nope.
Peter's ears.
No.
And then he took the skin that came out
Oh, God.
and he put it in like a medicine bottle that he had on him.
What the fuck? Like he was making little, like, leather pills.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to keep this for later.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
So then they forced Terry to perform oral sex on Peter.
Oh, God. Okay.
And then they cut some of Peter's pubes off.
What the fuck? Why?
And they put them in Terry's mouth.
Why?
And they told him to eat them.
Ew, ew, ew. This is like a Jackass episode.
Ew.
Did you ever see that?
I mean, I saw when they shot like dildos into each other's ass, but no. Not to eat pubes. I did see that. Yes, when they had to glue them onto their fucking, that one guy's face.
Yeah.
Oh, that
yeah.
was horrible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we talked about that.
Yeah, it's like that. But
Okay.
they told him to eat them.
That's awful. Okay.
So there were a couple of times that Peter attempted to run away, even though he had been
Oh, God.
stabbed, and he was nude.
And handcuffed at the hands and thumbs.
Yep. But they caught him, and they put the thumb cuffs on
God.
his toes.
Okay.
And they're like, fucking try to run away now, right?
oh my God, that's so weird.
Yeah. But Peter was able to slip out of them, and he tried
Okay,
to...
he did the flex move.
Probably. And it's on his toes. He's probably like, I mean...
Okay.
I feel like I have less feeling in my toes, where I'd be like, fucking rip that shit off. Like,
Yeah, but you stubbed your pinky toe once and you were over the world.
yeah, but that was my pinky toe. That's a little dangerous one.
Yeah, but
That's the one that has a
big
threat of
stubby
falling off.
strong one is fine.
Yeah, the big one that's like, I don't know, the thing's strong as hell.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair point.
You know? And so he was able to run off again, right? He's like, fucking got it. And they were like, oh shit.
With it on?
No, he slipped out.
Okay.
And they were like, oh fuck, he slipped out. Like, go get him, right? And
Yeah.
they got him. And then Bob got a shovel from the car.
Oh God.
And he started hitting Peter in the head with it.
Oh God, no.
With like the sharp side.
No, like the spade?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like the blade.
Like
of...
he could chad them. He didn't like wapachooey.
Yeah, it wasn't like a wah, it was like a cha-cha.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. And then they took the thumb cuffs off of Terry, but they left the handcuffs on, and they forced him to hit Peter with the shovel as well.
Oh.
So now
That's
he has
weird.
to hit his friend, right?
Okay.
And Terry did, but he tried to do it softly, but like hard enough to where it was like, look, I'm doing white mask, but also like, that's my friend, so I don't really want to hit him.
Oh
right?
my God, that's so fucked up.
And that's when Terry decided that the only way that he was going to get out of this alive was if he was able to convince them that he was on their side.
Oh God. Yep.
And so he asked...
Is it like Stockholm Syndrome where you like fucking befriend your... Well, I guess that's where you really start to believe that they're... Yeah, that's different.
That's an actual syndrome. This
Yeah.
one, he was like, oh, fuck, they're really fucking coming down hard on Peter.
So he's pretending to like it now.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh God, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
And so he asked, can I join you? And they were
Oh,
like,
God.
well, how do we know that we can trust you? And
Oh my God.
He was like, well, remember how I hit him back there with the shovel?
And I did a really good job. But wait, you said this was Terry?
Yeah.
And he also had thumb cuffs?
They took him off so that he could hit him with the shovel.
But they both had thumb cuffs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
why
now-
that's blowing my mind.
I thought you only had one pair.
Where'd you get this extra pair of thumb cuffs?
Story's full of holes and thumb cuffs. But no, Terry's still handcuffed, but he's not thumb cuffed
And
anymore.
they were having him hit him. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
And so they're like, well, how do we know that we can trust you? And he's like, well, I hit him with the shovel a bunch of times back there. And they were like, oh, yeah, totally. That was great.
Got it. Yeah, you did a great job.
Yeah, you're in, right?
Okay.
And so then Bob went and started shaving Peter's hair
Okay.
while Paul held onto his feet for some reason.
Okay.
And then Bob stabbed Peter in the head.
No.
Yeah. And when they believed Peter was almost dead,
Oh my God.
Bob took Terry out to look for somewhere to bury Peter.
Mm-hmm. Because
There's
now
so many names.
now Terry's supposed to be in on it, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's go find a spot.
Yeah, exactly.
To bury your friend.
Exactly. And so they went a bit further away, and Terry was forced to start digging, but there were a bunch of branches and tree roots in the way that were like...
That's like digging through granite. You ain't gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, they're like, this is way too hard. Let's go back to where, like, closer to where Peter and Paul are.
Jesus.
Yeah. So when they get back, Paul was redoing his fly on his pants while he was standing over Peter.
Oh God. Oh no.
Don't know what was happening
No,
there.
thank you.
But,
Jizz was happening.
yep, possibly, probably.
Okay.
More than likely, yeah. And they dug a shallow grave near where Peter was, and they put him in it.
Okay. But was he dead?
As far as they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Paul, Bob, and Terry then get back in the car and they leave. And while they're driving Terry back home, they're telling him that they were Satanists and that they had to kill Peter as a sacrifice.
Okay, so Terry's pretending to be in on this, right? And he's like, oh, fucking glad I made it.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, well, if that's what Satan wants, you know.
Huh. Shit. Happy. Happy to oblige.
Who am I to judge? Yeah. And then they took Terry to a cafe and they ordered food, but Terry was like, yeah, I'm not really hungry.
I don't feel good. On account of my friend is dead in a hole.
I lost my appetite.
As far as I'm aware.
But thanks. You know?
Yeah. Really nice of you.
Yeah. So Bob gave him a pocket knife and was like, you know, in case anybody tries to come at you, you know, like for protection and stuff.
Oh, like you're one of us now.
Yeah, exactly.
You should arm yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when Terry finally got near home, he was like, this is fine. Just drop me off at the corner, right?
I'm close enough.
This is fine. Thanks,
I'll
bye.
walk the rest of the way.
Exactly. And so Bob had to get out of the car, I guess, to let Terry out. And when he did...
Because they fucking trap people in the back, right?
Yeah, basically.
He's like, I got all the child locks on this bitch. Let me let you out.
Exactly.
Okay. Sorry for figuring out the logistics of this, but...
I thought it was one of those, like, the front seat had to, like...
Oh, maybe you might be onto something. Emmy could probably answer that.
Probably,
was it a four-door or two-door?
Oh, God. Okay. So then Bob had to get out of the car to let Terry out, like we were just saying.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did, he shook Terry's hand and told him that if he told anyone what happened, that the same thing would happen to him.
Okay. Great
Right?
transaction.
But he's like, yo, bro, way to go back there, right?
Gotcha.
So Terry was like, fucking deuces, and he ran off into a bush, and he took off all his clothes, because they're probably covered in blood.
Yeah.
He kept on his undershirt and shorts,
Okay.
which I'm assuming is like underwear.
Like boxers?
Yeah, probably. Like in Australia, you know how they're like, oh my god, you're in your pants, but that's underwear?
Okay.
At least in like Britain. I don't fucking know. Things are called different things.
Gotcha.
So I was assuming
So he
shorts.
stripped down to his skivvies.
I'm assuming shorts means skivvies. Yeah, like he was in his fucking undies now, right?
Okay.
And then he went home, and when he got home, he went straight to his mom, and he was like, you would not believe the night I've had.
Mom, how do you feel about thumb cuffs? Because I was in them.
Just went through some shit, right?
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like 3 a.m, and he told his mom fucking everything.
Oh, shit. Can you imagine the burden? Like, as a mom, you're like, I've got to fucking do something about
I
this.
have been asleep for 3 hours. You motherfucker. But also, god damn it.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
what did they do?
So his mom was like, what the actual fuck, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so
glad you're alive, first of all.
Yeah, you just did have some shit happen.
Yeah.
And also, how was I sleeping soundly with you out at 3 a.m.? But that's fine.
That's got to make your stomach drop.
Yeah, at 13 years old?
Yeah.
So then she took him to the cops right away.
Yeah,
obviously.
Good.
And he retold his story. And the cops were like, show me where this grave supposedly is, right?
Oh, Lord. Uh-huh.
And so they take Terry and his mom, and they drive out to Kingscliff, and Terry's trying to remember where this all happened.
Oh, my God, because he didn't drive.
No, exactly.
Fucking along for the ride.
And he's fucking 13.
Yeah.
If at 13 you were like, how do you get to your house? I'd be like, I don't know.
Lost.
Yeah.
I know where the taco shop is.
You get there in a car, bitch.
Yeah, right. You drive, motherfucker.
Yeah. And so he took them down a couple different little secluded paths, but they weren't like what he had initially been describing.
Okay, so he led them the wrong way.
Kind of. And so the cops were like, all right, this kid's trying to prank us, right?
No.
We'll go along with it for just a little bit longer, and then we're fucking out of here, right?
Okay.
So then on the 4th path that they went down, there were fresh tire tracks.
Ooh.
And Terry started to recognize the surroundings. Like, oh, fuck, there's that goddamn bush, right?
Yeah, that one bush.
Yeah, that fucking bush. That suspicious-ass bush.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And when they got to the end of the path, there was a little bush with a fresh dirt mound covered in small branches that had been pulled from nearby trees.
Nope. And he was like, that's it. That's the one. That's what I've been telling you.
Literally, yeah. Terry was like, that's the one. There it is. It's right there. That's my friend's grave.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
The fresh dirt mound had blood in and around it.
No, thank you.
And a sock at one end. And there was also a knife in a sheath and a bunch of chewed up matchsticks.
Okay, that's weird.
I guess it's like a habit that some people might have. Like my grandpa used to chew on a toothpick. I think he had quit smoking, and so he always chewed a toothpick.
What the fuck?
So maybe this guy was like, matches are my thing? I don't know.
Really? Like, was it like the lid end that he was chewing?
I'm assuming not. But maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
But like matches were free at most establishments back in the day.
It's like a toothpick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
weird,
then,
but okay.
yeah, I accept, but I don't like it.
It's super weird.
When the cops dug out the fresh grave, they found Peter, who was a relatively tall kid, like I had mentioned before.
Yeah.
And he was basically folded in half inside this small grave.
Oh, God. That's uncomfortable.
Super uncomfortable. An autopsy of Peter's body revealed...
Uh-oh. Oh, so he did die.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, you were leading me on that maybe he wasn't dead. Because as far as they were aware, he was dead. Are you going to tell me he was there until 5 minutes before they found him and then he died?
I'm going to tell you that...
He died of drowning.
There were...
like something dramatic and weird.
Well, there were cuts all over his head. There was a deep cut in the back of his head.
Because that motherfucker was stabbing him.
And hitting him with a fucking shovel.
No, thank you.
And bruising on the left side.
Okay.
There was a skull fracture that had damaged his brain.
Oh, Lord.
Bruising and cuts on his left ear. Bruising in his mouth, lips, and chin.
Ugh, not in the mouth.
Cuts on his right eye and cheek.
Ugh.
Dislocation of his second and third cervical vertebrae. Vertebra?
Oh, God.
Which is essentially like a broken neck. It's like this one.
Ugh. I was like, that's
Right
your
in the back.
back.
Yeah, no, it's like this one. Right there, a fucking broken neck.
Oh, my God. Like, did he experience that while he was alive, or was that them, like, shoving him in the grave or something?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
He had been stabbed on the right side of his throat, severing his jugular. There were cigarette burns on his chest.
Oh, my God.
He had been stabbed in the left shoulder and the left side of his stomach. There was severe bruising to his left wrist and shallow cuts over his right flank and loin, which is like your love handle.
Okay.
Okay?
You don't want to eat my love handle. It's all fat.
Well, I mean, it was just shallow cuts to it, which is like torture.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, all of it sounds like torture. The cigarette burns.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's all torture. But, like, I was like, what the fuck is a flank and a loin? Like,
Yeah.
on a pig, I might be able to guess, but a person, I have no idea. But it's, like, the hip right here, like, love handle area.
Oh, God.
Okay?
Okay.
There was bruising on his butt, scrotum, and penis.
Bruising? How do you bruise a penis? Well, listen, we don't have to get into deets.
There was missing pubic hair.
Yeah, well, we know what happened with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were stab wounds to both of his legs below the knees and under his toes.
That's called your shins. Oh, under your toes.
Yes.
No. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Now the worst part, or what I think is the worst part.
Okay.
There was the presence of sand in his nose, mouth, trachea, and bronchial tract.
Oh, God.
Which means that he had been buried alive.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Yeah.
I hope he was, like, out for it. You know, like, he didn't know he was buried alive.
I fucking hope so. They said that one of the skull fractures fucking made brain damage, so I'm hoping maybe he was, like...
That's fucking terrible.
Gone at that point.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
So much.
So the whole point of this was they were like, Satan said that he needs a sacrifice. And the way that we're going to do that is with this dude. And we're going to burn cigarettes on him. And we're going to, like, literally torture him.
Yeah. It's because they just wanted to kill a person.
Oh,
and then they later
God.
were like, yeah, Satan said that we should do that, right?
Oh, my God.
Because also, if you look into, like, actual Satanism, which, I've looked into a lot of religions.
It's like me trying to learn hieroglyphics.
I'm fucking shopping around here, right? And they're not, like, they're not into that. They're not into, like, fucking torture and fucking maiming or whatever. Like, Satan, I don't know about in the 80s, because satanic panic and shit, but, like, the Satanists now are like...
I just fucking worship Satan.
Just be aesthetically pleasing.
I just want it to be hot later when I die.
Yeah.
No, I've read that before, though. It's like, well, even like, not to like harp on witchcraft by any means, because I used to hang out with somebody who did that shit regularly. And I was like, yes, let's call the winds from the east. But even like witchcraft, the people who practice Wiccan and shit, they'll be like, well, that's not literally a sacrificial knife or whatever. You know, like it's used in this way, but it gets a bad rep. Not to say I support Satanism, because honestly, and I guess I'll take a stand on this one, even though I try to stay neutral, I'm like, whoa. If you say that you're a Satanist, my first reaction will be like, I mean, but hold on.
My first reaction is like, oh, okay, that'll pass.
But then you do hear from reading all this shit, like in blogs, and when you go down those rabbit holes, people will be like, but this doesn't accurately represent what we stand for.
Yeah.
And it's just because psychos are like, yeah, but we're going to fucking kill this person and put him in thumb cuffs.
Literally that. And they're like, well, I'm against the fucking authority and whatever. And so I believe in Satan. But
not that I support it. I guess I just got to lay that one out there in case anybody's listening and they're like, she fucking loves the devil. I hate the devil. He sounds like a dick.
You guys know by now I don't subscribe to any kind of religion at all. And neither do I subscribe to Satanism. Because I, honestly, none of it.
I just like us trying to defend our like confused ass religion.
Yeah.
Like, or whatever the fuck it is we follow, our spiritualism. Like, we're just like, I don't know, but like, don't be mad at me for it.
I'm a none of it. But from everything that I've seen, like Wiccans, like you said, they don't have fucking this like sacrificial thing where it's like fucking kill stuff or other things. They're like, we just believe in like earth magic and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Satanists, they're not like, if I can kill children to get to this, they're just like, yeah, I mean like be a decent person, but also don't believe in God.
But also I like Lucifer better.
As far as I've ever fucking read. I don't fucking know.
I love how we always go off on these tangents and then later we're like, I literally am not educated enough to talk on any of this.
Later when I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh, we don't need to speak on any of that.
No one cares.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy was buried alive for Satan, right?
Yeah. I'm sure he was pumped.
Yeah.
Satan, not the guy. Not fucking Peter.
Satan was like, finally.
Thank God somebody did it the way I wanted.
Yeah. So meanwhile, back at the military base.
Back at the ranch.
Bob and Paul get back to their base, and they come up with a plan to get away.
Uh-huh.
So they go wake up one of Bob's old roommates, who also happened to be named Bob.
God damn it. As if the story wasn't confusing enough already.
I know. His last name is Ponzetti, so...
Okay, well, we have Pons. We'll call him Pons.
I call him Good Bob and Bad Bob.
I like that better.
I'm not quite that creative. So they wake him up, and they said that Bad Bob had food poisoning, and he needed to be taken to the hospital.
That was Jesus Christ making him repent for his sins.
Right?
Sorry.
And so Good Bob was like, okay, sure, man. Like, no problem. Let's go, right?
Yeah.
So then they all go out to Good Bob's car, and Bad Bob got in the front seat, and Paul got in the back seat.
Now that we have, like, Good Bob so involved, I'm really appreciative that you're calling him Good Bob and Bad Bob.
Because it's Good Bob.
Yeah.
Like, this is the good guy, right?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. And so as soon as Good Bob started the car, Paul pulled a knife on him, and
God damn it.
He put it to Good Bob's throat.
God damn it. Oh, it was a trick.
Oh, it was a trick.
It was a fucking trick all along.
It was a trick all along.
Oh, he pulled a fast one on him.
And then Bad Bob pulled out some handcuffs and cuffed Good Bob's hands behind his back.
But how were his thumbs?
They were free.
Okay.
So far.
Jesus.
They forced him into the back seat, and then they transferred some stuff from their car into Good Bob's car, and then they got in and took off with Good Bob in the back seat.
What's some stuff? Like, they were like, give me your money, your fucking disposable face masks. Like, what are you taking? Gear?
Yeah.
Was he like a photographer?
No, I think it was like the shovel and maybe some knives.
From Good Bob's car?
No, from their car into Good Bob's car.
Oh, okay.
They were like, we gotta get some stuff from our Daihatsu.
Yeah, and put it in your Mitsubishi.
Yeah, I didn't write down what it was.
Okay.
I know.
That's fine.
Or they knew what it was.
I got you now. For some reason, I was like, Good Bob has a hobby.
Yeah.
And we're taking Good Bob shit.
Yeah.
But I had cars mixed up and everything.
What is that, a cannon?
Yeah. Are we going to take pictures of the stars tonight?
Photographer?
Jesus, I'd be the worst murderer ever. Who wants to see a constellation.
Wow, sidetrack.
Yeah.
We have to bury a body, but do you see Orion's belt?
Can you see the Big Dipper? Listen, who wants to see Neowise the Comet?
Okay, so now they take off with Good Bob in the backseat and their gear and shit in the trunk, right?
Okay.
And while they're on the road, they admitted to killing the boy in the news
Okay.
because it had already been on the news like all of the previous day. I guess they had been away for a while. They're like, fuck, what are we gonna do? Regroup later, right?
Yeah. And assemble.
And Good Bob was like, man, I don't think that you did that. Like, that doesn't sound right. He didn't believe him, right? But they told him...
Wait, Good Bob didn't believe that they killed this guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was like, that's crazy.
bullshit.
Yeah.
He's saying bullshit.
Yeah, he called bullshit on their shenanigans. But they told him that it was a mistake. And then Paul was like, hey, man, we have to be able to trust you. Otherwise, we're going to have to make another mistake.
Okay.
AKA, we're going to kill you if we can't trust you.
Okay,
Right?
yeah.
And Good Bob was like, yeah, no, I fucking get it. Totes, I'm on your side. Whatever you say, right?
Sounds like you did it all of a sudden.
Yeah. So they drove to Warwick, where they were going to let Good Bob out and abandon the car.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, hey, man, what are you going to tell the police? And he was like, well, I'm going to tell them that two guys who look nothing like you
Yeah.
and were wearing totally different clothes.
For sure. Meanwhile, he's taking an inventory, like...
Yeah, this is what they're wearing. This is who they are. Because he knows who they are.
Red basketball shorts.
He was fucking roommates with Bad Bob, so he knew, like, his
Everything
first and last
about
name
him.
and all this shit, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, no, these totally other guys, whatever, carjacked me, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, perfect, great story.
I love it. Keep it.
Okay, thanks, bye.
And
right?
then they drove away, and Good Bob went, Karma Police.
Yeah, Good Bob was like, he was let out.
It's been in my head for a while. We had to sing it.
I love it.
Okay.
So Good Bob was let out, and I can't really tell, but it sounds like he hitchhiked and he had the driver take him to the police station.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a solid plan.
Okay?
So he can tell them everything that they were actually wearing.
Exactly. And at the police station, he was like, hey, this is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And also, it was these particular people. Like,
His name is Bad Bob.
yeah, his name
For a
is...
reason. They don't just call him Bad Bob.
His name is Head Job Bob Reed.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
his fucking buddy Paul Luckman, right?
Jesus,
Like,
yeah.
these fucking people carjacked me, and also they said they killed this kid, right?
Yeah, you should look into them. If you found a kid,
Exactly.
according to this newspaper.
And so the police put out a bolo for Good Bob's car, and they set up a roadblock.
Yes.
So, since Terry had been able to give a good description of their original car, and he knew that their names were Paul and Bob,
Yep.
the police were able to put out that information, and they got an anonymous lead saying that it might be these two soldiers, Paul and Bob.
Okay, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
So the police went to their barracks, and they bust in, and
Did somebody say fire?
basically,
Yeah.
they're like, this is their fucking room. Also, they share a room because they're fucking roommates.
And they're murdering friends.
yeah. And obviously, they weren't there.
Okay, good. Very anticlimactic, but that would be fucking the worst end of the story
Yeah,
ever.
like,
They're
and
just
then they
like
found
chilling
them.
and they're like, oh shit.
How'd they find us?
Hope they didn't catch me reading a Cosmo.
We only left 1,000 witnesses.
Yeah.
So they did find, however, 37 knives. That's a lot of knives.
That's so many knives for two people.
how many swords?
Okay, 10 swords. What? What?
Nothing.
4. Somebody says 4. What?
8.
Okay. Well, double
8
that.
swords.
Yep. Yep.
A cutlass.
What's that?
A pirate sword. It's essentially like a pirate sword.
Like it's curved?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one that's like shink, and then it's got like that tink, tink.
I feel like sultans have those.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And they found a spearhead
Yeah.
and 2 scalpels.
Okay, the scalpel thing is kind of weird.
Some of these items were on display in cupboards. Like, this is my shadow box of fucking scalpels.
That's super weird. That's really weird. If I ever walk into a home with a shadow box of scalpels, I'm questioning your intentions.
I feel like you'd be walking into a home if someone else is like, here's my swords.
That's so weird.
They also found in their little fucking barracks apartment
Yeah.
bloodstained clothes, crutches,
Oh?
The detectives asked the base medic why one of them would have crutches, and they said that it was because Paul had gone in complaining that he had dropped a suitcase on his foot and was limping.
Okay.
But he had actually injured his foot from kicking Peter.
Jesus Christ.
There was also a photo album with human hair taped onto each page.
Oh, it's like fucking mom mode times 1,000.
I'm sorry, what? Mom mode?
Mom mode, yeah.
Yeah. And there was a little description under each one.
No.
That said, like, Bill W., pubic hair.
Ew.
Bill
What?
W., guts.
What does that mean? Does that mean there were guts taped there?
I mean, I think it's like the happy trail.
Ew.
Like, this came from his guts.
Ew.
This hair
What?
came from his guts.
Oh, I don't like that.
Derek H., underarms. So
I knew there was armpit hair. I knew it. I was
Yeah.
going to say it.
They took hair from a lot of different places. But also, I'm assuming these other people are alive.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Who are these people?
There were also makeshift collages from magazines
Oh.
where they
Like botched?
kind of, yeah. Like
Okay.
they cut out men and then they would collage them together with other pictures to make it look like they were doing sexy stuff.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you this here and now. I'm all about collages. I actually enjoy a good collage. I used to collage like a motherfucker.
I enjoy a collage as much
in
as
high
the next
school.
guy.
But if I came across that shit in a barracks or
Yeah.
apartment with a scalpel on display in a fucking shadow case
And also a fucking photo album filled with like,
pubic hair from Derek's guts,
yeah.
I'd out on that shit so hard.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
terrifying.
Don't double charge me for that.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
There were also books on homosexuality and Satanism.
Okay, together or
No,
like
separate
Okay.
categories.
I don't know
They
shit.
were just like, I mean, also maybe if you do the two together. I don't know what the books were.
Okay.
But there was also a handwritten story about taking a boy down a trail at knife point and undressing him.
Okay, so Paul's story.
Almost exactly like they had done to Peter and Terry.
Peter, I said Paul.
You
Fuck,
did.
I
It's
mixed
okay.
them up.
It's just fucking biblical names.
I know. Okay.
So
but I
while-
should get them right because that'll confuse people later.
It might.
Okay, so Peter's story.
Yeah, there you go. So while the police were in the guy's room pulling all this super incriminating shit together,
Yeah.
they got a call saying that Bob and Paul had been arrested.
Okay, tell me how.
They ended up getting caught in the police roadblock.
Oh my god. Can you imagine being a murderer and that's how you get caught?
Should we turn around? No, just see if we can go through.
Fuck it. Looked not suspicious.
Yeah, god
Look
damn it.
cool.
They were both charged with murder, and Bob was also charged with threatening to inflict bodily harm on Terry.
Okay.
Like, basically, if you don't keep quiet, I'm gonna kill you, right?
Gotcha.
Paul pleaded not guilty, and Bob pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity.
Okay.
And
That's
they-
interesting.
Yeah, and they were both sentenced to life in prison. Okay?
Okay, good.
Bob applied for redetermination of his sentence, and he was given life with a minimum of 24 years. He was eligible for parole in 2006.
Okay.
I don't
So
think
that
he's-
was 24 years later. Yeah, 80
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think he's out yet. Paul became a woman while he was in prison.
I secretly low-key love this story.
Right? In 1990, he
Can
had...
you wait before you go forward? Can you imagine
Mm-hmm.
not only
Mm-hmm.
being a murderer of a young child
Mm-hmm.
and basically a pedophile?
Yep. Basically.
I mean, like
You are
on
a
point to a pedophile.
Yeah.
And also going through a transition while in prison. I'm not empathizing with this motherfucker because what the fuck, you're crazy. But
Yep.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Listen.
whoa,
Yeah, that's got to be hard. That's
whoa.
got to be pretty fucking aggressive.
That's crazy.
And it was the 90.
Yeah, that's like the worst time to transition.
Yeah.
Unless you got like a special group of friends.
But also it's Australia. So I don't know if they were
shit
different.
about Australia. Yeah, maybe Australia is like really fucking sick and
Open
tight.
to it?
Yeah, they're like,
I don't.
yeah.
I actually have no idea, but I know that in America in 1990,
Yeah, would have
You-
been rough.
you weren't
Would've
going
been
to have a good
rough go.
time. So
That's crazy though.
yeah, and he had a full sex change.
What do they do? Like, does he stay in a men's prison? Which I don't even know why we have this, but like, there's
Like a
men's
difference?
and yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess I get why we have it
I
because like
assume he
people try to
stayed
stick
in
shit
a
in
men's.
things. You know,
There's holes and there's rods or something. I don't know.
did he? But he had a sex change.
Yeah.
So now he's a female,
Yeah.
and he stayed in a men's prison.
I don't know.
Oh, I have so many questions.
I don't know. I'm assuming he stayed in a men's prison. But also, now her name is Nicole Louise Pierce.
Okay, Nicole, let's hear about it, Nicole.
Mhm. And she had her sentence redetermined to a maximum of 24 years.
Is it because she's a girl?
Minimum of 16 years.
Yeah.
Maximum of 24
weird.
years.
And it was life, huh?
Mhm.
I thought that previously, like, life with parole in 25 years or whatever.
Yeah.
That was somebody else?
That was Bad Bob. And this is Paul, who was only 17 at the time of the murder.
But Paul... Okay.
Paul-
What
Yeah.
was Paul originally sentenced?
Life.
Okay.
Life in prison.
And then got it revoked or whatever the fuck they call it.
redetermined.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the word I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Is it because
I
Paul
don't-
is now Nicole?
I don't think it's because of that. I think it's
Maybe
more
it's
of
like
he was
17, didn't know.
He was
Was
17.
like under the spell of.
she was 17 and like under the spell of Bad Bob, like basically easily influenced by another person
Yeah.
and not necessarily in control of their full capacities.
For the record, I never want to be the person having to determine like somebody else's sentence. Like
Oh
I
my
could
God,
tell you
no.
if you're guilty or not, but then like what you deserve off of that,
Yeah.
fucking impossible.
That's rough. So, on October 26, 1999, she was released from prison.
What is that, like 10 years later? That's not even 24 years. I don't know the math. You said
99. I think they were arrested in 82.
Okay. Still crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's not the full sentence.
Wow.
So Terry ended up being harassed for his unwilling part in this crime, and he ended up having to do a psychiatric assessment.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen.
Because everyone was like, bro, you did that to your friend.
Yeah, but like what else are you going to do?
Exactly. He's
That's
looking
like
out for
fucking
number one.
preservation. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. He's like, I don't want to die though. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not to say like fuck everybody else, but also like Peter was kind of in a real shitty situation. Like Terry wasn't going to be able to save him and himself.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's
I don't know what I
super
would
rough.
do.
Yeah. And so he spent time in and out of prison for assault and stealing a car because
That
obviously
sucks.
this fucks up your childhood and your life.
Yeah, so he had like issues and shit.
Mhm. And he struggled with alcohol and drug abuse, and his mom said that he would get nightmares and flashbacks.
Oh.
And that's all we fucking know.
Well, fuck yeah, that'll cause it. You should talk to a goddamn therapist.
Yeah, Nicole, aka previously known as Paul, is out of prison. Bad Bob's still in prison, and Terry is fucked up from this whole situation.
So, like, what's Nicole doing?
No idea.
That's crazy.
If I was her, I would change my name again, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Nicole's a pretty, like, conspicuous name. You're probably pretty safe
Yeah,
with
there's probably
it.
1,000 of them. So,
That blows my mind.
yeah, doesn't it?
All for Satan, huh?
Yeah, all for Satan.
Wow.
Okay.
But does, like, Nicole still believe in Satan? Or is Nicole like, that? I was crazy and young back then.
I think it's more of like, that was just a phase, Mom.
Oh, fuck, that's a horrible phase to go through.
Yeah. And also, like, what a bad time in your life when you could be so easily, like, manipulated by someone else.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Goddamn. But still, I mean, I don't want to be a dick because, like, I get that you get, like, cults and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you get manipulated by the leaders, you fall into whatever. But also, I always think, like, come on, man. Like,
Think for
Nicole.
yourself.
Yeah. Like, you're 17.
Yeah.
You knew. At 17, I knew hitting somebody over the head with a shovel or putting somebody in thumb cuffs or killing somebody for Satan. I knew that was bad.
But at 17, you weren't technically an adult either.
Yeah, I mean, by the eyes of the law, for sure.
Yeah.
Which means nothing, my opinion. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, you
as
did.
a person from right or wrong, you knew.
Yeah, you knew.
You're still a shit person.
You are, yeah. I mean,
Because it's not like and maybe I don't know the full story, but like in my fucking cult story with the Rosh guy, like he had this big elaborate thing, right?
Mhm.
Like, follow me and I'll save you. I'll save your children. If you're not following, it's like this whole Scientology. Sorry if you believe in Scientology. It's this whole Scientology belief too, right? Like, I've invented this thing. You have to follow me. And anybody who doesn't is going to die and they're worse off. And like, you're going to die if you believe in them too. Or if you follow their beliefs or if you even talk to them, it's like isolating them, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if this guy was doing that. Didn't really sound like it right off the bat.
I don't think so. I don't think that it was like a cult thing.
Yeah.
But also they did say that they both were into Satanism and stuff. So maybe if Bad Bob was like selling it that way.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just a hard one for me to swallow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, Nicole, get your ass back in prison, is what I'm saying.
It's hard for me to say that, though, because they're 17. They were 17 when they did that. I know you're saying that you know right from wrong, but also, I did some shit when I was 17. I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, that's a big thing to do.
It is a huge thing to do.
Maybe I hired standards to my 17-year-olds.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I feel like
1 year. Okay, I'm not saying you're smart at 17 or 18. Like, you make dumb mistakes. You get piercings. You punch your fucking ear holes and make leather pills. Like, whatever. That is dumb and stupid. But, like, you don't kill another person.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like,
But also, what if you're sitting there with an adult, this 30-something-year-old person, like a 34-year-old person, and they are, like, instigating you killing this person, and you don't feel like you have any, like, you're
I could
going
understand
along
if you felt in danger. If you were like, if I don't, then they'll do it to me. Like, that I understand. I'm not saying it's right, but then I understand it more than, like, I'm just following this Satanism belief.
But it could just be like a violence in numbers thing, like an escalation. Like
a diffusion of responsibility.
Kind of. Like, this other guy kept, like, pushing these things up, so you're like, I put thumb cuffs on him, and then, like, he hit him with a shovel, and you're like, so I hit him with a fucking sharp end of the shovel. Like,
I get it, but I hate it. I don't agree with it. I still think you're a piece of shit and you should go to prison. Like, I get that the law says,
but
like,
he did go 17, to prison.
But for, like,
she did go to
prison. Then
I don't know.
10 years.
I don't know.
Whatever it was.
I don't know.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is really fucked up.
I guess, like, how do you determine, like, who fucking threw the last blow or whatever? Like, it's hard, but...
And who was, like, in control of the other person?
Now, listen, I have to say, as fucked up as this is, if we hear later that Nicole is, like, reformed and, like, whoa, bro, like, that was crazy.
That was some shit back there.
And they had, like, a different story. She was like, oh, my God, like, I was totally under his spell and I can't believe it. Then I'd be more like, okay, well, I mean, like, that's a little understanding.
But maybe she just doesn't want any part of, like, publicity anymore.
Oh,
she's
for
just
sure.
Like,
yeah.
I did some shit and I'm over it. Like, I just want to get past it.
Yeah, like, who wants to talk about that anymore?
Yeah.
You're done with it. Like, I don't want to bring it up anymore. But because I don't know that part, in my head, I'm like, you're still a fucked up person. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Crazy.
But
yep,
we should close this bitch out.
Well, we should.
So,
you prime them and I'll get beers.
Deal.
I'm going to be right here while you prime them.
Okay.
Oh, look at my shoulder.
I wish we could open the doors.
I mean, we can, right? Okay, this part of the recording, if it's shitty for listeners on the podcast, you'll survive.
Sorry about it. It's 1,000 degrees.
Aaron will edit it later.
I will edit it later. And I'll be like, why are there fucking grasshoppers?
You guys, it's 500 degrees cooler out here.
Oh my God.
I'll put it on low so that the air stuff flows.
Hey, Henry and Kelly are here.
We have to open it.
Okay. Well, obviously we're going to open it on this. Oh my God, that's blowing on my legs and I feel like... So if the audio sounds different now, we have a fan on because it is approximately 7,000 degrees in here.
We almost died in the she shed.
Stacy was like, I'm going to faint. And I was like, can't you just hold out? And she was like, no.
I didn't say any of that. But I'll go with it.
Oh my God.
So you're welcome for not dying on you.
Yeah. So also, and my computer was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So now.
And by that, she means it got real hot and the motor was real loud.
It's real loud. So if you can hear that through this, I'm real sorry. And also, if you can hear a fan, still sorry. Also,
it'll be fine. You'll just want to sleep. It makes me want to sleep.
Oh my God, it makes me want to sleep too. It feels so fucking good. Did you get beer?
No, that was the whole purpose of me getting up. But since we're on this roll.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to hear us open some packages at the end of this episode, then stick around for a hot minute. If not, then, let's close this bitch out.
All right. So if you want to see pictures pertaining to this case, go to isgdpodcast.com. I will never get it right.
I know. It's so weird. Just doing one.
I know. If you want to email us case suggestions or tell us you love us, you hate us, anything else.
Love the podcast, but...
Yeah. It's at isgdpodcast@gmail.com.
Woo woo.
If you want to get in touch with us on social media, it's at ISGD Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Crushing it, girl. Crushing it.
Listen, if you want...
God damn it, here comes Chelsea.
Chelsea's here. If you want to snail mail us, it's
Please
at
do.
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
God damn it, her tail's gonna hit everything.
Yeah,
Come
it
here,
is.
baby girl.
Later, I'm gonna be like, motherfucking Chelsea.
Okay.
This doggy.
Okay.
She's a sweetie
Go.
pie.
Keep going.
Subscribe, rate, and review.
That's the most important one.
Also, we
Yeah.
have a motherfucking cup of names
We
to
do.
draw from.
Oh my god, this is the most exciting part. You guys have to. I feel so bad that we just like fucking bailed on quality of audio, and we're like, fuck it.
It's so hot, though.
Who wants to win some free shit?
Who? Who's gonna win it? Okay, we're gonna do it right now.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's do the drawing.
Okay.
I hope whoever wins is on Twitch right now.
I hope so too.
I told Erin that she has to pull the name because I was too nervous to say anybody's name.
I was like, I'll just say it wrong.
Even though they're all easy. Okay, after this, I'm getting us beer, and then we're opening the packages.
Okay, deal.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
So this
You
is...
guys better be so excited.
This is for all of your reviews for our 100th episode.
Do you know what we're gonna send you? Because we don't. Do you want hot Cheetos? Do you want fucking Twix? I don't know.
You're
We're
gonna
send you
get some
everything.
goddamn crochet genius.
You'll get some ISGD merch too.
You will do that too.
Okay.
This is...
No pressure.
Like, I'm closing my eyes.
I'm so nervous for
I have
you
one.
guys.
Okay.
I'm so nervous. I'm clapping with my feet.
Stephanie Wilkins.
That was the best air horn I've ever heard.
Thank you. Thank
the
you,
way,
everyone else who fucking put out a
You guys
review
are
and
amazing.
did all this shit. You guys are super amazing, and we especially fucking appreciate you, Stephanie Wilkins. You
Steph.
are amazing.
Send us your shirt size, please, in the form of an email, please.
Yep. Do that. Do
So we
those
can
things.
get you some merch, girl.
Ooh, baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants a beer? Grab
I do.
a beer.
I do.
Grab a beer, and then
Okay.
let's open the shit. Okay, which one should we do first?
I don't know.
Let's do
Okay.
motherfucking Henry's.
Henry.
Henry sends us a fucking card for every goddamn occasion.
And it's yellow, and I love him.
Ready?
Yes.
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na.
I hope it's not a fucking glitter bomb. I'll say
no.
at least this shit is in the she shed.
I'm opening it by my face. You deserve a cookie.
Oh my god, I love cookies.
It's fucking, he's amazing
Oh my
again.
God.
You already know what it is.
Henry!
I love you.
Jesus!
Every time.
What a fucking sweetheart!
We're gonna have to do something awesome with this. He sent us basically fucking money.
He spent
So
us
we're
a
gonna
lot
make the
of money.
podcast amazing with this.
We are.
I feel like last time I was bitching about a chair. We need to get us nice chairs.
We should get us nice chairs or fucking these. These are spit screens. Someone asked earlier.
My spit screen is so broken. Henry, you're amazing.
Henry, hashtag you're the best.
Henry
for
hashtag
fucking
is
sure.
the fucking best. It
like,
says,
"There's
"Dearest
that."
Stacy and Aaron."
Oh, that's us.
My name went first for once.
Mine's
I'm
alphabetically
special.
correct, so
Whatever. Mine's
that
more
means he likes you more.
Mine's more funly correct.
I wish this was
Thanks
open.
for the laughs. Thanks for the loves. Thanks for the nightmares. Yeah. But most importantly,
Fair.
thank you for all the hard work and dedication. Congrats on hitting episode 100. You're fucking legit. Henry is like,
We appreciate the fuck out of you.
oh my god, I'm so sorry to not open your
I
beer.
know. I was like, I just
That
stare
is,
at
like-
it, I guess.
The rudest thing I've ever done. What kind of cake, girl? Shoot.
Chocolate.
Yeah. What kind of question is that?
Chocolate mousse.
Henry, you're amazing.
Henry. Legit.
Henry!
Legit. I don't. Henry. I don't know what.
Why is that funny?
I don't know what I would do without you in my life.
Can you tell we're awkward with getting gifts?
We're very awkward with getting gifts.
And now scissors to open the package.
And also, it's
And now
because
the-
I didn't get these kind of gifts as a child.
Literally, I never got any kind of cool gifts
They were
until I
like,
had a
here's
podcast.
socks. Dude, why are you doing this towards me? Jesus, take the
So
wheel.
that you die first. Karma police. So this is from
This is from Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly.
Karma Chameleon.
Karma police. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Do you know what it is?
No, I know that. I know that one thing.
Oh, there's snacks. There's so many snacks.
I'm gonna eat this all.
Howdy from Texas. Hey, y'all. Holy shit, it's arrived. I hope you enjoy. You guys make me laugh. I love your podcast.
I break for beavers. It's funny because it's like vaginas.
Bucky's. Oh my god. My boss is gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Well, I break for beavers.
Girl.
I suck at coming up with shit to say, so excuse my lame chit chat. Enjoy the beaver nuggets, which are both yummy and funny. Your Texas friend, Kelly.
You're gonna burn this bitch down. Hold on, pause, because Lee lit candles.
Oh my god!
Wait, we brought this. Lee's like, oh no.
This all shit went out. I have to pee so bad.
Yeah, we're gonna make it through the cake.
Okay. Did you bring forks?
Oh my god, please
oh my god.
don't catch this place on fire.
Oh my god!
This one's mine because it's smaller. He did bring forks. You guys, we are interrupted by cake with candles.
I like how he's completely silent when he's here.
God, I love it. Should we sing happy birthday?
Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us.
How lame is it that we literally lit our own candles?
ISGD podcast. Lee lit them for us. Happy birthday to us.
For the record, this she shed will burn down.
Yeah, it will.
Make a wish. I like how we each get our own candles so that we don't get the Rona. And we just interrupted a fucking opening because we're like,
Cake. Oh my god. I like how everyone's like, happy birthday, and we just saying happy birthday, but it's not even kind of like a year. Why is yours still going? That shit's impressive.
Because I'm special. God damn, I love me some cake.
That's just tits.
We have to get the asthma part in, you know?
No, we do not.
Okay, this is gonna mess up my palate for all the yummy things.
I was literally just thinking, this is all salty. I'm gonna need to fucking pound this real quick.
You guys should have had cake. Okay. I think this is evenly distributed. Cinnamon sweet snack puffs.
Oh my god, I want that.
That's...
Oh my god, there's two of everything?
Yeah.
That's so fucking sweet.
Isn't this the sweetest thing ever?
Animal cookies.
Beaver buddies, these are for our babies. She's poisoning our babies for us.
It's an assortment of 8 fun shapes with baked-in sprinkles. The picture doesn't have sprinkles.
Baked in. It does say that.
Oh my god.
Sea salted caramel beaver nuggets. Hold up, this one's mine. Sorry. Later, loser.
Huh? What? I don't get one?
Later, loser.
I got one. I want to eat the fuck out of this, though.
Eat it. Open it. Let's try
Buckeyes
it.
Nuggies. It's bold and it's sort of spicy. I gotta put mine in.
This is the best thing ever. We are not describing any of this for any of the actual...
Okay. No, you yelled all the names so far, but this is a fucking bottle koozie.
Tie-dye with a beaver on it.
There is tie-dyed with a beaver on it. How'd you get it in there?
Girl.
Do you think you're your secretary?
Okay, we're trying this. Bold and spicy.
Bold and sort of spicy.
You're right. It does say sort of spicy. Let's try this shit.
I don't want it to be too spicy.
Beaver buddies are for the babies. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna eat this whole fucking bag. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, your beaver nugget.
Oh my god, it's fucking tits.
This is like Chester's cheesy poops popcorn things. They are just sort of spicy.
They are just sort of... It's like pepper jack Cheez-Its.
Oh
like
my
that's
God.
just sort of spicy. I just put my hand all over all of them.
I like the aroma.
My
Goddamn.
god, those are good.
No, these are really good. These might be my favorite, and I haven't tried anything else.
This might be my favorite everything ever.
Okay. Oh, there's yours.
Oh, thank god.
This one's fine.
Do I get one of those? Nope.
No, we're
gotta
sharing
those.
these. These are beaver nuggets. They're just beaver nuggets.
Oh,
I just want these.
Don't.
You for sure have anthrax. Okay, wait. Let me do all of my next while I do this.
I have to pee so bad.
You can hold it.
What are these?
A beaver nugget. It's weird because we just did salty. It's sweet. It tastes like maple syrup. It tastes familiar. I say this every time I don't quite know. What?
You say that literally every time. It tastes like something. By the way, I met someone else who says caramel.
I'm glad you straightened it up. I like the sort of spicy ones.
I love the sort of spicy ones.
These ones? We should have started with those.
They're still pretty good, though.
Those taste like a C's candy. I hope you're... I don't know if you're going to keep any of this because I'm halfway away from the mic every time.
Same.
Like a C's candy, brown sugar square thingy that I forget what they're
I
called.
like that they're fluffy still.
These are yummy.
These fucking
I could eat this whole bag right now.
Bucky's Nuggies here.
Should we try these?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to open my cinnamons and you open your salted sea caramels.
Okay.
God damn. Why are these so good?
Those are the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
I put a lot of things in my mouth.
What am I opening? This one.
Yeah. Sea salt is tits, evidently. I'm going cinnamon sweet.
I'm going sea salt.
Oh my god. These smell like cinnamon toast crunch. These are good. Tastes like cinnamon toast crunch.
God
I'm
damn.
pretty sure we're just eating like deep fried cheese doodle things without cheese.
Yeah, it's all the same. They're just like put different flavoring on it. Shit's tits though. Where is
This
this
one's
from?
a little different.
What is this?
It's like a giant ass truck station, like truck stop, gas station,
We just got poisoned?
called Bucky's. Oh, for sure we got poison, and I will eat it all until I die because it's good. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It is like Crunch a Munch.
I don't know what I want. I'm like digging with my hand in here, but also I want this in my face.
What'd you eat? A bunch of Crunch a Munch?
A bunch of Crunch a Munch?
Yeah. Thank you.
We're not saving anything for a different day.
No. We eat till we're dead. I think that's all we have.
Yep.
You guys are amazing.
We appreciate the fuck out of you.
Thank you for celebrating 100 with all of our junk food and lame ass streamers and friendship bracelets.
Friendship bracelets. Okay.
Friendship bracelets. Wait, should we say congratulations again, Stephanie? Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I just did a mystery grab. Got a sweet one. I thought I was going to get a spicy one.
Bye.